What can make me feel this way? Brad the Baker. What's going on, family? Good to see you guys in here this morning. Just FYI, AIV right now. We're seeing a ton of panic here from $41 down to $5. I have a 557 average right now, just kicking back here. AIV, I think this is a nice little play this morning. They did come out with some news. They're leaving the S&P 500. In fact, Tesla is going to be taking their place. So that is why AIV is seeing such a big sell-off right now. So right now I'm just kicking back here at the moment. I think this is a huge bargain price, obviously, AIV. So taking advantage of that at the moment. Traders, the quote of the day this morning going to be, you cannot force profits by trading more. In fact, most of the time you're just going to force yourself essentially into trouble. Just going to force yourself deeper in a hole, into trouble. You guys understand it. I mean, it's a gross analogy, but when you try to force a fart, you know what happens. It's trouble. It's not always good. With that being said, guys, be careful with forcing trades. Preaching to the choir there, of course. We all can fall into that category, especially after losing trades, and that's why I do have a rule on my trading where if I take 2 losses on a ticker, I am donezo with it. El Dunzo. All right, let's get into today, guys. AIV, I wanted to go over that one first, obviously, because I'm in that trade. At the moment, I do have a good average there, 557, 558-ish. On AIV. I'm just kicking back there. I think it's a decent play. This one's obviously at bargain prices. It's come all the way down from $40 to levels it's never been before because it's leaving the S&P 500 for Tesla. AIV, the biggest stock on our gap down watch list this morning. So I really like this. I think it can pull up a little bit today. We'll see how it's gonna go right now. But honestly, I didn't mind it, continuing against me, so I could scale into it a little bit if it wanted to. I did have another trade this morning on BCDA. BCDA, this one yesterday was a nice climber, had shorts here, lower float stock, but big upper shadow on the daily. I like this one, and so it did pop up here to 550. I did take a short and get this one as it was pulling back. Just because this is one of my favorite setups. Obviously, you guys are well aware. Stocks that get overbought, and then anywhere close to this range, up in 550 up to $6, and they're past that. We're going to see a lot of natural resistance from Robin Hooders, that were buying this on up yesterday at the close, thinking it was going to gap up. There's just a lot of overhead resistance from longies. A little bit of longies in there. Little bit of longies. All right, SLDB we were watching yesterday. This one is holding up that 470 support very, very well. SLDB, if we look left on the chart here, I mean, that was such major resistance that it broke through. And the fact that it's actually sitting right here holding that level up obviously gets me excited. I think there's a trade on SLDB. This one held up 475, the area that was tough resistance, is breaking through it, and it's actually holding it up even from yesterday. Obviously, thinner volume there, but I want us to be aware of that one at the market open this morning. AIV, I'm obviously going to be watching this one while we're doing pre-market. I'm considering even adding into it. That's something that's going through my mind right now. Considering adding into it a little bit. It wouldn't surprise me at all if we could see this one, back up towards the $7, $8, $9 range, or even above that. So I'm thinking with AIV, I got a good average right now. Probably just going to let it rock and roll for a little bit before I make a decision there. But I am going to be obviously paying close attention to that during pre-market because I do have a position there. WKHS is really interesting as well. This one is holding up the $21 area very well. WKHS holding that level up very well. WKHS 21.20. A lot of upper shadows, lower shadows to this area. You guys see these candlesticks here? 1, 2, 3. Lower shadow there, 4. Yeah, so this 21.20 area is really tough. It's kind of looking like it's bear flagging-ish in a way in this range right here. Kind of bear flagging in a way. But it is holding that area up, and that's what I want to watch if taking along here. Yesterday, it actually pulled back right down towards that area, 21.20. Got a little bounce there, and then the day before that, bounced right off of 21.20s. So this is an area that's really trying to, it's really playing with right now. Really toying with that area. WKHS. I want to be watching that out of the gate too. Coin, I know you were watching VERU yesterday. That one is obviously gapping up. There's still a play here. The breast cancer sector is, with VERU, is still certainly getting some volume on it. So this one's seen a little continuation. Then Coin's the VERU Pro. I'm going to let him take care of VERU. But this one, still good volume. And we're gapping up slightly. $11 past its close. So let's be watching VERU as well. REPH, guys. Oh. You know, I wish I had been a whole lot more confident on REPH. I think it was something Jonathan said yesterday as well. It's like, okay, I mean, this is what we had planned in pre-market, literally for REPH to come right up to this level. The 200-day moving average was 443. I mean, this is literally exactly the level I wanted it to go to. Yeah, I did short it, but, you know, I took it pretty much right away. And so REPH, I mean, that one gave everything back. This is why we create a plan in pre-market. This is exactly why we create a plan in pre-market for stocks like this. Popped right up to that level and gave everything on back. So REPH, you know, if we get a pop here, I don't mind watching that on the short side again. You know, ultimately risking the 200-day moving average, but we're going to need it up towards like 360s, 70s for me to even get interested there. But I did want to go over it. Probably not going to be a trade there today. But I did want to go ahead and look at that one. So we are familiar with that pattern for the future, right? It's all about pattern recognition. Pattern recognition. BB, there's still a trade here as well on BB. This one's holding up. Here's the chart on BB. You know, what's interesting with BB is actually it hasn't really broke above this bottom trend. It actually broke down and has been kind of grinding beneath it. But ultimately, if trading this, 775 is the best risk right there. I really believe that on BB. 775 is going to be the best risk. That's what I'd be watching if trading it, 775. Watching AIV a little bit right here. It's kind of just going sideways at the moment. I like it. I like it. Just this is what happens when there's panic. Longs take longer. But this is such at a bargain price. AIV has never been this low, ever. Ever. I mean, I feel, honestly, my heart goes out to the long-term investors here. I'm not even kidding. My heart goes out to them. You know, one day they're in this stock, AIV is trending, you know, $40, and then the next day it gets kicked out of the S&P for Tesla, and they're, you know, that now their shares are trading at roughly $6. That's rough. That is definitely rough. But I say this to a lot of people. I say this all the time. I don't hope anything. I don't hope for people to take a huge loss like that, or for the market to do what it's doing. But I'm going to be here and ready to take advantage of it if it happens. I'd never hope for anything to happen like that. So, coin AIV big buyers at $5. Yeah, this one's going to take some time, but when it starts getting some big buyers and shorts covering their position, this thing honestly can go into a halt. I think it could go into a halt. Once shorts start covering their positions, longs start coming in, buying this thing on up at the bargain price it's at, we could even see a halt. So I'm excited about it. I definitely am excited about it. All right, what's next? Yeah, if you guys have the shorts for ABUS, ABUS is a decent play. I just don't have the shorts here for it. But yeah, ABUS is a decent play. This one, nice climb in the close yesterday. At the close of the market day, it's just kind of sitting around that 520 area. If you guys have the shorts, not a bad play there. ABS, I just don't have them. I'm also somewhat watching DOMO. It's a little bit thin from yesterday, but we are at like all-time highs. 40, what did we open up at? 49, so it's up nearly like 8 points or so from yesterday. I'd like to see some profit taken out of the gates today. If I trade it, I'm really just going to be risking off of the highs, so not a whole lot at all there. But Domo's not bad. It's not a bad trade there. Probably be risking off the highs if I do trade that one. All right. Yeah, I've been kind of flying through it pre-market because my eyes have been on AIV pretty significantly here. I mean, that's pretty much where my focus is going to be, honestly. I like AIV quite a bit, so that's probably where my focus is going to be. I could have added in that pullback, 570s. But yeah, that's kind of where my attention is going to be. ANCN just got a spike. That actually just happened at 9 o'clock. ANCN, 7 million float stock. It just popped up through $5, 560. A little bit heavy up there, and at the moment now against VWAP. We'll see what came out. Merger agreement. Yeah, that will bring in some hype. Merger agreements usually do bring in a little bit of hype. Merging with other companies. They usually do bring in some attention. That's ANCN. Let's take a look at the past chart history. I'm already seeing bad news with ANCN. We get some upper shadows. So I don't think there's going to be a whole lot there. Don't think there's going to be a whole lot there. AIV's coming up towards $6 now. Hopefully some of you guys got that pullback down towards the 560s. I like this trade. It's just like I'm at pretty much half of my position at the moment. I want to see if it's going to go any lower, under $5. But Coinstead there, it actually, that's the bottom right here in pre-market. It did test $5, balled up pretty nice off of 5. So really I was going to see if it was going to pull back down to 5 one more time. I just don't know if it is. It's kind of gearing up a little bit, getting bought on pullbacks and looking a little bit like, it's got a little trend to it. Upward trend. So AIV, not sure if it's going to make new lows. But if it does, I will be ready. 916, guys. This is what you get when I'm trading pre-market. can hardly focus. But all right, so ABUS, if you have the shorts there, not a bad trade. I don't. REPH, beautiful example yesterday, man. Just absolutely freaking gorgeous. 200-day 443. We had the upper resistance at 420 as well. And that stock just absolutely killer, guys. I mean, that was such a beautiful, beautiful trade. Doesn't get much better than that. SLDB, I think, is a decent swing. I think we just went over that. SLDB against 475. You guys see all these lower shadows on SLDB. All these lower shadows at 475. The stock is getting accumulated down here. That is its breakout area. If we look left of the chart here, SLDB, this is the breakout area. 470s. So it is breaking that area out. So it's getting accumulated. I like it. I do like it. I may look back towards that one after I'm done with AIV. ABUS already pulling back a little bit. The other one I'm watching is DOMO. See if we can get some profit taken out of the gates on that. DOMO. But otherwise, yeah, Veru's pulling back a little bit. What's ANCN doing? ANCN still pulling back some. That's kind of the leading gapper in the penny land at the moment. And WKHS. WKHS, I think, is a decent one. Yeah, WKHS has got pretty solid support. You see this? It's kind of double bottom, actually, right here. Double bottom against 2120. So that's the area I'd be watching there. BCDA, I really think is going to fade even more today. I know that was the climber yesterday, and BCDA actually is an 8 million float stock, so not one I typically, be trading. I did already trade it in pre-market. Did pretty decent on it. Actually wrote it from like 515 down to 4 down here, 488. But here's the thing with BCDA. Look, it's kind of quadruple topping. We have the quadruple tops like 650, then this upper shadow back here, 640, 650, and then 630, 40s there. So we are seeing a little bit of a quad top. Then that's what leads me to believe, I don't think it's going to break 650. So if that pops up towards that area, I don't mind hitting it again. That's what I'm going to be watching as well. Let me write that down, BCDA. Yeah, let's see if that one can pop up towards $6 there. Mr. David in the house. What is up, Kevin? Not a whole lot, brother. Just making some moolah. Making some moolah. I got to. I'm about to remodel one of my bathrooms, and it's pretty expensive. So AIV, looking for a nice day today, baby. Gonna watch what it does. I am interested in scaling into it on a pullback. It is uncomfortable scaling into winners for me. Do you guys understand that emotion? Scaling into a play that I'm winning on and brings my average up is pretty uncomfortable for me, which is weird, right? It's more uncomfortable to scale into losers for me. That's a problem. That can be a problem. But it's 9:21, guys. At the moment, just going to be watching AIV out of the gates today. It's at a bargain price. Think it's a good play. I'm fairly comfortable here. I like this setup a lot. Other than that, I will be watching some of these others that we went over in pre-market out of the corner of my eye, and then also seeing what the scans are going to be providing us today as well. ANCN is that leading gapper, ANCN. So with that being said, That one may try to like retest the highs. I mean, it's the only stock in the low flow land that's even doing it remotely anything. So ANCM may try to get, try to find its feet right here in pre-market and get a little bounce out of the gates. But that one's already looking slightly heavy. It's traded 4.3 million shares on 7 million in float. So it hasn't quite rotated its shares yet. Has not quite rotated those shares yet, but then WKHS, I really like that against the $21 area as well. So that's one I want to be watching too. Yeah, we're wrapping it up a little bit early here in pre-market. I think this is what happens when I'm working a trade. Go a little bit faster than normal. But any questions before we get started this morning, guys? The market's going to open up here in roughly 7 minutes. BCDA back at $5. Kim is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Mrs. Kimberly, how are you doing this morning? Finally fixed CMEG. What was going on with CMEG? What'd you fix, Kim? Couldn't open it for some reason. Interesting. That is strange, Kim. That is strange. Resetting some stuff. Yeah, here's also what I'm watching with AIV, guys. This is kind of the trend that it's on right now. But anyways, AIV is less of a trend play. It's more of a panic play. I mean, this is complete panic from 41 down to $5.80. I'm not paying attention much to a trend here at all. Quite honestly, it's just one of those buy fear, sell euphoria type of plays. Human emotion, baby. Human emotion. Human emotion in the ocean. Well, Kim, glad you are ready to go now. You got 5 minutes till the market opens on up. AIV pulling back a little bit. BCDA, if we get that up towards the previous high days at all, I'm definitely interested there. $6, $6.25. That sort of thing. Same with REPH. REPH, BCDA, kind of the same game plan there. If those pop up like 50 cents, half a point to a point, I don't mind, snatching them and then fading those out. ABUS, if you have the shorts there, not a bad play. WKHS is been bouncing right off that 21 area for the last week. So be watching WKHS for that as well. And then Domo, I got Domo loaded up. I don't know if I'm going to trade Domo. Coin, not much. Doctor's appointment for my daughter in 40 minutes. What's going on, Coin? She alright? Hope she's doing alright. The foot doc. The foot doc. Yeah, Coin. How are you gonna spend these 30 minutes? What you gonna be trading? VRU is. I mean, that one, man, VRU is absolutely nuts. This stock over the last week has gone from like $3 now up to $11. I mean, this stock has been a play essentially every day, and it's a little confusing of a trade, to be honest. Because look, it cracks the trend, and then it pops right back up, and then gaps up in after hours. It's just it's a difficult one. It looks like. Coin's working AVXL, a little bit whippy, as Coin said. Train VRU is a little whippy. Coin, yeah, look at that. So that's something I like too. Is like what Coin just traded. I really like those setups as well. I mean, a stock that's given everything back, and then you get the quick flush under the whole dollar, then popping right back up towards 630. You know, when stock's given like everything back and then it flushes under a whole dollar, I love those. Whole dollars are something I'm always looking for. Especially AIV. AIV, if that one pulls back all the way back down towards $5 and snaps under 5, I will certainly be adding to it. I will certainly be adding to that on a flush under $5. From $41 down to $5? $5? You know what I can do with $5? $5 foot long, baby. $5 foot long. AIV, $5 foot long. Coin AIV's got orders at $5 and $4. I don't blame you. We will see if we get a lot more panic out of the gate down to those levels. I certainly welcome it. I don't mind that. I think this is bargain price stock. This is going to, I think this could actually end up being a really nice swing. I mean, I may not trade for a week. If I get like a $3 average on AIV and just swing it, I may not trade. I may swing the crap out of this stock. So ZKAIRC is the spinoff. So with the spinoff, what should AIV what's the like equated value of AIV with the spinoff? Because this one actually did gap down. It did kind of gap down towards $25 and has been selling off since then this morning. So I mean, this one has been gapping down quite significantly and selling off. It's not like it's opening up at 568. It's actually been selling from $25 down towards 560. The market is now open, traders. Let's see what's going to happen. AIV popping up towards $6. Let's see if that one's going to get above $6. I did add into it a little bit right there as well, traders. Like I said, I thought we could go into a halt once shorts start covering their positions. Did I say that, traders? Did I say that? Did you hear me this morning? I've only done this a million times, guys. I've only done this a million times. Freaking just another day, baby. Another day. Another day in the office. WKHS pulling back a little bit. 2140s is where it touched. That one's got ultimately 2120 support. Just keep that in mind on WKHS. ANCN is approaching $4. Going to be looking a little. It's kind of hasn't made up its mind yet. ANCN still kind of fighting the open. It's really the only low float stock this morning, so it wouldn't surprise me at all if ANCN found its feet and tried to curl back around, maybe testing pre-market areas. But right now it's still fighting, so we got to see what it's going to do at the open. The open is a very critical area. Open is a very critical area. Coin adding to AVXL. Small add AVXL at $6. See if that one can pop up a little bit. Again, that one had a big move this morning from $5 to $9.73. So you guys, if trading that with coin, don't expect the world on it. It's going to be met with a lot of resistance from long traders this morning. I'm going to see how AIV opens up, where it opens up as well. I did add into it a little bit, so I may take off half, if anything, and, recycle those shares. So essentially, like, take off half, get paid, grab it back on a pullback, just keep working it essentially, keeping working my average on it. It's kind of the thoughts at the moment, but ultimately I got this thing at a bargain price. I think I'm good. BCDA is popping up towards 550. Remember, I did like that one if it popped up like a half a point, BCDA, towards maybe even $6. If that one, any kind of a pop this morning and just fading that one on out, I like it. BCDA, I would like it up closer to $6, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that. Doesn't look like we're going to get that. We shall see. Couple stocks on the negative intensity scans popping up. Yeah, ANCN selling off under $4. See if it's going to hold $4. See if that one's going to hold under $4 or pop right back up through it. HCAC, that one's selling off right now. That's actually not a bad play. It's coming right down to the 13 EMA 1784. That is HCAC. It's not a bad looking play right there. My eyes are focused AIV though. I'm going to keep my attention there. BDR pulling back pretty hardcore. That one actually had a lot of pre-market volume. BDR pulling back quite a bit. AVXL pulled back under $6, so be careful with that one. It's coming down to that area where it had upper shadows and after hours yesterday, around the 580s, and a little bit of a bottom candle and pre-market at 580s as well. So watch that 580 area AVXL trading it. We got a couple upper shadows and a candlestick from pre-market right there. All right, AIV. It's been a 5-minute halt. All right, AIV's back open, and we are getting some continuation here. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. What are we doing, AIV? What are we doing? I'm going to take half and look to scale back into it on a pullback down here under $6. If we get it, of course. All right, it's halting on the downside now, AIV. Oh boy, is this going to be a halt fest? I locked in half over at around 610. I still have half there and looking to scale into it, but the last thing I want is to be in halts all day. So we'll see how that one's going to open up. TMBR on the intensity scan is approaching pre-market highs, 160s. TMBR approaching pre-market highs. HIMX, that one's getting a little pop right now as well. I do have shorts here, HIMX. Let me look at the chart. HIMX, this one is looking fairly good. Looks like we do have 750, some resistance around the 750s area. Above $8 as well. I don't see any news, HIMX. If you guys do, let me know. Don't see any news there. Oh, man. SLDB getting that spike. So SLDB, that one we were watching against support at 475. SLDB is up towards 550s right now. Nice looking chart there. SLDB, nice little spike from that support we were watching. WKHS, the same right now. That one's getting a little spike as well. Looking around, traders, looking around. I like HIMX. That one's back at its highs right now, 732. It's kind of starting to slow down though, go sideways. So I need that one to start getting fast and heading up towards $8 is really what I think I need here with HIMX. If it's going to start going sideways, could take a long and then reverse positions. Really the daily chart is suggesting it's having like a little bit of a breakout past $7. A little bit of a $7 breakout on HIMX from the daily. So I'm going to watch that one here for a little bit. AIV, let me see how that one's going to open up. I may take it all and then look to get a better position on it after this panic. Let's just see where that one's going to open up. What time? I think it should open up here shortly if it's another 5-minute halt. Yeah, it should be opening up here shortly, AIV. HIMX, that one's seeing a little continuation, HIMX. It's a little slow at the moment. If that one gets some speed up towards $8, I'm interested. HIMX, absolutely interested there. So AIV should open up any second. if it's another 5-minute halt. Sometimes they're 10 minutes. So the open of the day on AIV is 566. We'll see where it's going to open up in relation to that. Like I said, I may... Well, it just opened up at $6. Yeah, it looks like it's going to... HIMX, you got 50,000, 85,000 sellers at 750. Yeah, that's not bad. AIV. Let me think about this real quick. I have a decent average, but if it wants to go red on the day for a little bit, I want to retrade this one. I want to take profits and look for it again if it starts looking heavy. But right now, it's trying to get back above $6. Yeah, I'm just going to kick back here at the moment with it. Kicking back here with it at the moment. Really, the open is going to be my stop for a retrade, if that makes sense. So the open is like 560s. I don't want it to go green to red on the day. If it does, I'll look to retrade it. I'm probably thinking about it too much. It's a good setup. Regardless, it's a good setup. It's just how you want to scale it. How you guys want to scale it is what ultimately what you got to consider. HIMX, I am interested there as well. Watching that one. Coin's saying we got some sellers at 750. Yeah, I really like HIMX. If you look at the daily on it, though, the daily's breaking out. It's having a breakout over $7. So I don't really like it with a 35-cent, reward and essentially like a 30-cent risk. God dang it, SLDB. Man. That one's very irritating to me. SLDB, we're watching that one. It's already up a point, so SLDB not bad at all. Not bad at all this morning off of that support. That was the one I was going to watch, like next to AIV. So still watching AIV closely here. EVLO is popping up towards yesterday's highs, 1160s EVLO. Popping up towards yesterday's highs. HIMX, sellers now at $8. Yeah, I mean, I may hit it on the long side and then reverse it. I think there's a trade there. I think there is a trade HIMX. I like the setup. If you look at the daily, it's breaking out. It's having a breakout over $7. AIB is coming down towards the open. I'm watching it pretty carefully here. Just FYI. I'm gonna come out of it for now, AIV, and look for a re-entry. I'm gonna look for a re-entry on it. It kind of looks like it's about to halt. Anyways, yeah, AIV halted again. I still like it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it again. Hopefully, we could get it closer to 5 and under. That would be nice. Wow, that's frustrating. That is frustrating. All right, HIMX kind of just going sideways at the moment. Not a whole lot there. EVLO. EVLO, you guys. I literally just said this one's getting up towards its previous day highs, all the way back down, like from 1120s down to 980s. I just didn't have the shorts there. Nice setup. Coin working AVXL 580 average. That one's up towards 612 right now, so not bad. Turn back around a little bit. Looks like it wants to do a little bit of a red to green move there, potentially. The open is 626 AVXL. 626. So be watching it for a red to green move. It looks like it may want to attempt one. Dang, man. SLDB even higher right now, so testing its highs out, 643. SLDB just hit. I was trying to get a little continuation. Yeah, that did have the daily breakout, and we were well aware of it. And that's one we were watching very closely this morning, SLDB. Yeah, here's what I'm noting on HIMX, which is pulling back a little bit right now. This is the daily chart on it. It's having a breakout over 705. It triple top there, 705. Finally just broke it. But really, it's going to have some 750 resistance as well, HIMX. I'm curious to see if it's going to hold up these levels. AVXL, this is having a little bit of a pullback around this area. Always smart idea to scale out at resistance. The open of any stock is resistance. Also, this 20-cent area is always usually resistance. On a chart. RAPH. I'm looking, traders. I'm looking. SLDB even higher now, approaching 650s. SLDB. SSR is turned on there, so that's short sale restriction on SLDB. Right now, that one's trying to grind against the 9 EMA. It's having the daily breakout. Very irritated I missed that. Very, very, very irritated. All right, AIV. This one should be opening up shortly. What did it close at? 646. All right. The third halt of the day. See what's going to happen here. Should be coming out soon. I still like AIV. I want to let this panic subside a little bit. Maybe scale into it a little bit. Ultimately, I still like AIV though. They're back open. In the 580s. And just kind of sitting stagnant at the moment. Just kind of sitting stagnant around here, around the 570s. It looks like SSR is turned on now, AIV. I thought that was turned on this morning as well, but yeah, it should have been turned on this morning as well. Short sale restriction, that is. So let's see if we can get a little lower. My eyes are still AIV. Want to see if we can get that a little lower. And in the meantime, I'm going to be seeing what's popping up on the scans. MVIS, man, that one's... When you have SSR turned on like it was with AIV, you have shorts that just sit on the ask, right? So when it's panicking out like it's doing, when it panics out, it's just long-term investors that are getting out of their positions, because shorts cannot hit the bid. They have to put their order on the ask. So it's testing that open out right now, the open of the day, which it looks like it wants to go green to red on. And yeah, so we're seeing it a little lower now. A little lower. I think there's still a trade here. I just want to see if we can come down towards $5 would be really nice. Back down towards 5 and under. If we could come down towards 5 and under, that'd be nice. Yep, we're seeing a little bit more panic. That's good. That's fine. Just don't go into another halt. That's all I ask of you, AIV. Coin, you still got some buyers at $5, AIV? It's coming down towards $5. Looks like it wants under it. Yeah, I don't want to start it a little early. I do, but I don't. Coin working AVXL. Beautiful falling wedge. Beautiful falling wedge. Yeah, good work there, Coin. Seeing some big buyers at 5 and 4. Gotcha. All right, I'm going to be a little patient here, obviously, and see if we can get under 5. Because I like the setup. I don't really mind, even if I end up swinging this one. Don't mind it. Because we're heading down towards 5 right now. I'm going to start it at 540. But I'm planning on under 5, FYI. Planning under 5. 50,000 at 5, 20,000 at 450. Four is gone. That's all right. I'll put 50,000 back up at 4. HIMX, that one's back up towards the high 740, so not looking bad there. Not looking bad there. SLDB finally looks like it's going to have a little trouble against 660. MVIS even higher, so that one's testing its highs out. MVIS. AVXL potentially may still go green on the day as well. AVXL, so just be familiar with that if you're going to be sitting and trading. Still, but I'm approaching 10 o'clock, so Coin's daughter's got a foot doctor appointment, so that means I got to head out of here shortly. Yeah, AIV, it's just one of those stocks that you got to scale into. It's just one of those stocks you got to scale into. There's no real, you have to have a risk dollar amount. You can't necessarily have, there's no levels. This is at all-time lows. It's just a bargain buy. It's one of those you got to kind of work your average on it. It's not one that there's a specific level that you got to, I mean, you can, but you're going to probably stop yourself short on it. The power of scaling is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Golf time for Kev. Something like that. Any questions? It's approaching 10 o'clock now. I'm going to be heading out here shortly. AIV, I'm going to keep working that one. I'm going to kind of watch it a little bit here and there throughout the day, I think. I think it's a good setup. I definitely want to be available for it. You know, remember, trading is all about being here for the opportunity that presents itself. You know, we're not paid for our time. We're paid for the opportunity. When there's good opportunity, I'm going to make sure I'm around for it. As Coin said, scaling in equals stress-free trading. 100%. 100%. %. Let's see if AIV is going to be a little heavy against this 9 EMA, which it is. I'm okay. But I think if sticking around, is ANCN popping up? Come on, ANCN, you're cracking me up, man. ANCN did find its feet. It's trying to turn back around, come back up towards $5. So if you're sticking around, ANCN, our leading gapper from this morning, is popping up, trying to get up towards pre-market highs. AVXL doing a little bit of a red to green move, coming up towards VWAP. So if you're going to trade that alongside Coin, just understand AVXL, a little bit of a red to green, up towards VWAP. So watch that red to green, that open area. Watch the open there to see if that could be a good risk guide for you. HIMX is definitely interesting today as well, up here towards 730s. SLDB, a little heavy against 660s, and of course AIV. I'm gonna be watching this one as well throughout the day too. Its open is the open of AIV is at 566. So really it needs to get back above the open, in my opinion, before it starts, getting some good green volume on it. Start turning back around a little bit. But other than that, guys, Coin's out 3/4 on AVXL. Good work there. Great work, guys. I'm a little bitter I missed SLDB. But other than that, it's been a good day. Traders, have a great rest of your day. Hit me up via email if you have any questions at all. We're going to do it again tomorrow morning. You guys know what it is. We're going to do it again tomorrow morning. AIV, let's get down towards $5. Come on, baby. Traders, have a great rest of your day. We'll do it again tomorrow.